America, I love you, but I'm very worried for you because you guys are getting swamped where you think it's the left, but actually it's the left and the capitalist right, and you guys got mugged because on one hand you have the left telling you what a shit people you are. And on the other side, you have the capitalists who you supported because, free enterprise is a good thing. But they sold out your American nation state to China for profit for the shareholders, and fuck you. And the American nation state is under assault, and unless you guys wake up, the cabal of the left and I don't even know what to call them. Are they Marxists? Are they cultural Marxists? I don't know what they are. But the cabal of this left and the cabal mixed up with with everybody who's gone off to China to fill the pockets of the shareholders, they have together sold you out. And I'm worried because if America dies, freedom dies, democracy dies globally. So I'm worried for the world, and I'm worried for you. And I'm worried for you because, I'm Indian and, I love my country. I lived in the US 16 years and I came home after 16 years because I'm Indian and I love my country. But America is the greatest country in the world. It is the greatest country that has ever existed. Americans are the fairest people in the world. They're the most honest and the most just people in the world. And yet, if you listen to both the left and the right, by right, I don't mean Donald Trump, you guys are the shittiest people in the world. This is being done to destroy your legitimacy and credibility as a civilization. And you guys need to fight back, and you need support from everyone who will fight with you, because otherwise we're all fucked. So let me start by saying, Ilhan Omar is full of shit. AOC is full of shit. Rashida Tlaib is full of shit. Ayanna Pressley is full of shit. Nancy Pelosi is full of shit. Joe Biden is full of shit. Chuck Schumer is full of shit. They're all full of shit because they're bending over any way possible, desperate to save themselves and keep themselves relevant while these scoundrels like Ilhan take over. I'm not going to name the guys on the right because maybe now they'll support Trump. But the magic of the left is that they are working to argue that your civilization, your history, you as a people are fundamentally wrong and unjust. And that is complete bullshit. Because Ilhan Omar doesn't speak up about, she may have made a statement, but she didn't speak up about, the fact that 97% of women, black women in Somalia, have had their clitorises removed so that they cannot have orgasms. So that the men are comfortable and confident that their woman will not go somewhere else looking for orgasm somewhere else. Female control. If the number is 97%, perhaps Ilhan herself is a victim. But these lefty feminists will not talk about the situation of women in Somalia, but they will tell you how horrible you are. Ayanna Pressley will tell you how shit you guys are, how shit the white people are, how shit white civilization is, but she will not talk about the 620 Nigerians who were killed this year by Islamic terrorists. Fact. And Vijay Gadaya, Indian, I'm Indian, Vijay Gada, whatever, head of legal policy at Twitter, she's full of shit. And Sundar Pichai, head of Google, CEO of Google, also Indian, is also full of shit. Because these are the capitalists who are working with the left to make sure that anything that you have to say in your defense is described as hate speech and silenced. And everyone who is helping these scoundrels destroy your civilization are righteous and just. And anyone who talks the truth in favor of your civilization is marked as hateful, hate-monger, bigot, Islamophobe, misogynist, white supremacist, any of those things, and silenced. Twitter's second largest shareholder is a prince of Saudi Arabia. Google is desperate for business in China. Sundar Pichai, who is from India, Indian boy Sundar, one of us, right? He perfectly understands that in the last 70 years, India has been trying to run a secular constitutional democracy while being beset on one hand by the Islamic Jihad of Pakistan and the communist totalitarianism of China. So he goes to America. He's got all this hardworking man, a talented man. America gives him all the opportunity. He rises. He faces no racism in his rise to the top. He becomes the head of the most powerful and the most important American corporation. And then what does he do? Does he remember that India had been struggling for democracy and is facing threats from jihad and totalitarian China? Does he remember that these are the same threats that America faces? No. He runs a company whose policies are to declare you guys as hate mongers while he's desperate for some way to earn more money from China. Why does he do that? Why does Vijay Gada of Twitter do that? Why are they against you? Why are they trying to silence your voices? Because capitalists line their pockets with gold to silence you and let the cultural Marxists ruin your society. America gave us Carl Sagan. America gave us Voyager spacecraft that have ventured beyond the solar system. America got us to Mars. America gave us the internet. America gave us mass manufacturing. America gave us, where do I start? The telegraph, the telephone, the internet, computers. The world is made of America. Everybody in the world wants to go to America because America is a wonderful place. Do you see anybody saying, oh, I'm not going to go to America because America is racist? All those illegal immigrants who are paying money to human traffickers to be sent to America, are they saying they don't want to go to America because it's racist? No. All the Indians and the Chinese, the highest earning communities in America are not whites, Indians and Chinese. Because both societies have a value of a work ethic, they have values, family values, they don't have values of looking for welfare. They work hard, they walk the straight and narrow, they respect the family, and they do well. How many Indians and Chinese in prisons in America? How many involved in violent crime? How many on welfare? Right? None of them have been held back by racism. America welcomes them. America gives them an opportunity to earn an honest buck, and they do well. But you guys are supposed to believe that you're racist and full of shit and you're bigots. Do any of these Indians and Chinese say, well, no, America is a shitty place and I want to go home? No. You do have this Indian woman, this stupid councilwoman of Seattle, works for Microsoft, lives in a $800,000 flat or house or whatever it is. And she says, well, I come to America and I see how rich it is and what poverty there is, and I got involved for social justice. Woman, if you're so worried about social justice, go home to India. Come home. Work for us here. If you're in America, talk about how wonderful America has been to you. The people you've worked with, the people you've studied with. But no, because the reality is there is a hardcore effort to destroy American civilization being run by the left, which is attacking you morally. But it is also being run from the right, the capitalist right. Because what does any shareholder want? So let me calm down here for a second. What the shareholders want is to manufacture in China and to exploit from the US what China does not have. That's Silicon Valley, that's Wall Street. So they want California to prosper and they want New York to prosper because that's where Silicon Valley and that's where Wall Street is. And the rest of America for them is garbage. That's what China wants. China has no need for any part of America except Silicon Valley and Wall Street. So these are democratic strongholds, also capitalist strongholds, all together united against the rest of America in favor of China. So there is all you have, I don't even know what to say. Have pride in yourselves. Don't let these motherfuckers tell you that you're shit. And any American company that wants to sell you guys out to China, fuck them. This is not just about Trump. You need your houses of Congress filled with people who are ready to defend your nation state, your civilization, your historical achievements, and fuck China. And Ilhan Omar and Ayanna Pressley, these guys are villains who will destroy your society. Look at who's voting for them. I mean, I find it incredible that Ilhan Omar, who comes from Somalia, comes to America, and instead of saying that, wow, what an amazing place and what an amazing people, and how many people of the world I see and meet here, and how many people get an opportunity here, she turns around and tells you people that you are shit, and she's going to tell you what you need to do to fix yourselves. Fuck the left. But the capitalists that are Google and Twitter, they will not let you speak because anything that you have to say goes against the destruction of America. Anybody trying to save America and American civilization and American legacy is declared a hate monger by Google, by Twitter. Well, I'm going to post this on Instagram, maybe Facebook as well. I keep getting banned on Facebook. I'm banned on Facebook right now because I spoke against China. I called somebody somebody who was doing an Indian guy. He's doing propaganda for the Chinese Communist Party. I said, look at these Indian scum doing propaganda for the Chinese Communist Party. Banned. Hate speech. So maybe Instagram is still different, and maybe Mark Zuckerberg can be relied on to not sell out or to stop selling out the way Twitter and Google and all these companies are sold out. But really, at this point, you need to think about the nation state and not think in terms of left and right. The left is trying to destroy you, and the right sold you out. And right now, you need to be proud of yourselves for what you've achieved. You destroyed Hitler, for God's sakes. You brought down the Soviet Union. And now you're struggling to justify your own morality, while Africa, Asia, everywhere in the world, it's a shithole. There is no justice, there is no prosperity, there is no dignity, there is nothing. And yet these motherfuckers will tell you that, no, you're the shit. You're not the shit. You're the greatest thing that the world has ever produced, that human civilization has ever produced. You're awesome. Believe it and tell them to fuck off. And that starts with Twitter and Google. It starts with that Vijay Gadda woman. It starts with Sundar Pichai. Tell them to fuck off. Because they're trying to silence you from defending yourselves and giving voice to those who are trying to destroy America. God bless America. Stand up to these motherfuckers.